What is up, people YouTube? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you can call me Vinny, and today we're going to take a look at the Mezco 1/12 Collective King Kong of Skull Island King Kong. This version of Kong comes from the very first or second Kong movie. I don't know exactly where this particular version of Kong came from. I'm not a diehard Kong fan. Don't misunderstand me, I love the big guy, but I've never seen any of the Kong classics. I am ashamed to admit that. My most recent experience with Kong was the newest movie, Kong Skull Island. Great movie, by the way. So this figure was revealed at New York Toy Fair of 2018 and released around Christmas of 2018. Collectors have said this figure is good, not so good. Unlike most Mezcos, Kong's MSRP was $40, where usually any other figure from them is around $80 to $100. Will Kong be worth the purchase? Well, I know why you're here. Let's get started. Alright, Kong looks great. I'm serious, this Kong is one of the best looking King Kongs. The paint is excellent. The sculpt is really good. The face is kind of subjective. Whether it's accurate or not, I don't know. I can't tell if this is a stylized Kong or what. Regardless, the face looks fine. Kong has an angry brow sculpt, and the face has red scars, which is a nice touch. The fur has exquisite detail, excellent, and the paint is awesome. I just wish the eyes weren't always looking up. I can understand why, but still. The chest has scars like the face, which are nicely painted. Very clean. The skin has a bunch of gray dry brushing, and the fur is highlighted by orange-brown dry brushing. It does a really good job bringing out the details. Kong, despite the fur, still has a visible belly button, which is cool. Once again, the fur detail is great. And where there is plain skin like the face, it has visible gray highlights. The arms has visible muscles. Kong is definitely a strong boy, and the hands have a gray paint job with light gray highlights. For the legs, you can still see it has a muscular build. The paint, again, is just really good. I'm dead serious. The feet look pretty good, but the paint on the toes is absolutely atrocious. It's, not good. But despite that, Kong looks fantastic. One of the best looking King Kongs. For those expecting Kong's movement to be similar to the Monster Arts, you're going to be disappointed. Car's articulation is not that good. This figure is $40 for a reason, where usually Mezcos cost around $60 to $80. So let's find out why. Head is on a double ball peg. Now from the design, it may look like it's very limiting, but it's actually not. He can look up pretty much all the way, which is really good. And looking off to the side is almost not possible. You can't really look off to the side that much. You can't look down that much. Up movement is fantastic. Side to side and down, not so much. But you can at least tilt his head, so that's nice. Swivel hinge for the arms. It can go up pretty much all the way horizontally, which is pretty good. Elbows are on a single hinge. We get, something about this Kong is that the joints are really stiff. I'm not sure if it's on mine or everybody else. Anyway, elbows, they can move just less than 90 degrees, which is a bit disappointing. Because, you know, that kind of limits Kong's posing. There's no bicep swivel. However, the elbow already acts as the bicep swivel. Hands on ball joints, which is alright. We get a ball joint here in the torso, so we can crunch forward about this far, which is decent. I can crunch back, not very far at all. I can swivel, and can move over to the side with a decent amount. So waist movement is not terrible, it's just not impressive. Legs can kick forward about this far, which is not very good at all. Kong seriously cannot kick forward that much. I mean, I'm not expecting him to do high jump kicks, but it's kind of odd that you know, he can't do that. Backward, pretty much none. Splits can move decently out to the sides. Knees are single hinged. Ow. Yeah, be careful when you're moving this guy. The sculpt is pretty sharp, so try not to cut yourself with the fur. You can bend just a little bit less than 90 degrees, which is, again, not terrible, but also not impressive. And ankles are on ball joints. So we get decent ankle rocker. So Kong's articulation is pretty much
well, no, it's not even on par with the usual Mezco. I have other Mezco figures that actually have more range. But this figure is definitely not winning any awards for articulation. So there's a reason why Kong was only like about 40 bucks. If you're expecting high-end crazy articulation that figure arts or even monster arts would have, you will be severely disappointed. So lower your expectations and you'll be fine. And be mindful that the joints are really stiff and can really leave a mark on your fingers. Yeah. So do be mindful of that.
Kong stands just about 7 inches. He is a big boy. So let's see the comparisons. Here he is with the Mezco Iron Man and Deadpool. Here he is with the Mezco Doctor Strange and Daredevil. Here he is with the Monster Arts Martha Larva and Fire Rodian. Here he is with the Monster Arts King Ghidorah and Destroya. And finally, here he is with the Monster Arts Ko Kyoku Byogoji and Monster Arts Godzilla 1954. Kong is not technically in scale with any Godzilla figures. Even then, scale changes over time, so if you need him in a display, it's possible, but it will take some work. Time for accessories, and Kong doesn't come with a lot, but for the price, I guess it's okay, but at the same time, it kind of isn't, because if you look at the Monster Arts King Kong, we really should have gotten more. Well, let's take a look at these regardless. First is the sterned neutral head that was on him in the package. Next is the yelling, roaring, pissed off head. The paint on the teeth is pretty meh, definitely not the best, could have been better. Interchanging the heads is easy. Pop out the one, and pop the other head on the ball peg. For the hands, he comes with 2 open hands that were on him in the package. Next are 2 fist hands, and 1 gripping hand for the Andorel figure. Here she is. For the size, it's not very good actually. I've seen better looking small figures. Look at the tiny Figure Arts Ant-Man from the Civil War Figure Arts Ant-Man. The paint is all clumpy and messy, some of it came off, it's just not pretty. So this thing is just, ew. I'm serious, this is like one of the ugliest miniature figures I've ever owned. On fits a Kong's hand fine, but I can't get her into fist all the way. I know you can, but I can't do it without accidentally breaking the leg. So I apologize that this was not very helpful. Finally, for the accessories are shackles with real chains. The paint on them is alright. Cool rusted silver dry brushing, looks okay. A bit inconsistent, but it's not terrible. To put on Kong's wrists, just open them up and close them around the wrists. And now Kong has shackles. Accessories are pretty good, but most of them got cheaped out with some parts of the paint. I know this is cheaper than most Mezcos, but no, that's just a cop-out if that's the case. Still though, accessories are pretty fun. So, buy, don't buy, or wait for a sale. Kong is not a bad figure. He's a pretty good release. The big drawback for most people might be the articulation. It's lacking compared to other Mezcos. I know it's King Kong, but he's had plenty of articulated figures with a lot more range of movement. The accessories are fun for sure, but the Andorel is, oh no. This Kong is $40. Given the size and the stuff he has, that's an acceptable price. So if you need Kong in the collection and don't mind the limited articulation, then this figure is for you. Be aware of the problems, and you'll love this figure just like I do. I'll give Kong a 7.5 out of 10. Well, that's it. Thanks guys and gals so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you would like to be updated on when new videos goes up, be sure to subscribe. If you want to be notified when new videos go live, be sure to hit that bell icon. And if you want some behind the scenes stuff, be sure to follow me on Instagram. Link to it is down below. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.